Hello everyone. Today I will be teaching you how to install and set up your FTC programming environment, as well as install FTCLib. And so you'll need a couple things. You'll need Android Studio, which will be the IDE you'll be developing all of your code in. And so you'll also need Git Bash. You don't need Git Bash for the first step, but you'll need it for later on, as it's really helpful for connecting your computer with GitHub and has a really wide variety of uses when it comes to collaboration and working together with others. And then finally, you'll need the FTC SDK for your current season. As of 2020 to 2021, I'm using the Ultimate Goal SDK. Last season it was the Skystone SDK. And so what you'll need to do once you have Android Studio and Git Bash installed is you can go over to the code button, and then if you don't have Git Bash installed, you can simply download the zip and extract it wherever you want to make your project repository. However, if you're using Git Bash, you'll copy this thing right here, this little github.com link that links it to your repository, and then simply go to whatever folder you want your repository to be in. For me, it's A repos. And then right click and click Git Bash here. This is only if you have Git Bash installed. And then all you have to do is git clone and then paste that link in. And then what it's doing is it's cloning that repository that is on the GitHub onto your own personal device, so you can use it for your programming. And so it finishes up pretty quick. That's a big advantage to Git Bash. And so then once that is finished, you can close out, and then you have to open up Android Studio. And so it'll load up, and then it'll open to look something like this. What you want to do is you want to open an existing project, and then find whatever folder you are keeping the project in. So for me, it's in my E drive, and then in A repos. And then right here you see FTC Robot Controller. That's the project you need to open. And then over time, it's going to load up into your environment. And so as you can see, currently it's building the project for you to use. And what'll happen is it'll pop up with your coding area, as well as the area so you can access any files you need for reference. And so right here you see these are the files that you can reference to within this FTC robot controller. Like you've got examples and whatnot for you to look at. And so then you also have team code and Gradle scripts. This team code, you go into here, and then this folder right here is where you're going to put all of your code. Any new class you make that you want to be part of the robot will be put right in org.firstinspires.ftc.teamcode. And so if you just want to use the normal SDK for FTC, that is fine. I'd advise against it since FTCLib is out there and it's very useful. But you're done if you don't want FTCLib. However, if you do want FTCLib installed, you'll first need to go to your Gradle scripts, go to build.gradle, and then if it doesn't already, type in JCenter with the parentheses, so you can within this repository section. And then once you've done that, go to build.common.gradle. And so now that you're here, you need to change min SDK version to 24 and target SDK version to 28. Now keep in mind, if you skip any of these steps, none of this will work. And so next you need to type in multi-dex enabled space true. And after that, you need to scroll down a bit within this build.com and .gradle file. And you'll see Java version _1_7. And so you need to change that to 8. And once you have the version to 1_8, all you have left to do is go to your build.gradle, your team code version. For some people, it may be located inside of this team code folder. For me, it's located inside of Gradle scripts. And then you see here, in dependencies, you need to create a new line and then type in implementation space single quotes com.arc robotics FTCLib and whatever version you're currently using. A good way to see your current version would be to go to your FTCLib. I'll leave a link in the description. And then you see down here, if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see the current FTCLib version. For me, it is currently 1.1.4. You can just copy this if you'd like. Do not copy this unless you know how to put Vision on. And so for me, it's 1.1.4. And then once you have, and then right after you finish putting in the implementation for FTCLib, all you have to do is click Sync Now. And so what that's doing is it's building FTCLib onto your computer as it installs through the Gradle. And so now what that's done for me is it's installed FTCLib. And that's all it is. Now when you want to start creating your project, you can just create a new Java class. And just to make sure if you have FTCLib installed, just create a little simple class. And then look for some FTC lib thing. So for instance, I typed in extends command op mode, and it looks as though it exists, and my environment sees FTCLib. So when it does that, you know you've installed everything correctly, and that's how you install the FTC SDK as well as FTCLib onto your device. If you want, in case you had any problems, there will be a link in the description to the installation docs, as well as just the documentation for FTCLib in general, as that'll be something super helpful if you're using FTCLib. Like, it's got all kinds of everything that you need. It's got stuff on drivetrains, stuff on motors, stuff on kinematics and computer vision. It's got anything you need, and it's just super helpful. So I'd recommend checking out documentation before continuing on. Just get a bit of a basis on what you need to know. And that'll be it for now. That is how to set up your programming environment for FTC as well as FTCLib.